All right, you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we just gonna like pop off at the mouth? This is just like free for free
Well, I
flowing.
think we'll just see where it goes.
All right,
We'll just see where it goes.
I'm
Uh,
enraged.
yeah,
I'm moving out of here.
yeah. We
Out of America.
hello and no, it's like a funeral.
Sorry, it's just. You want me to play a funeral dirge?
Yeah, no.
My piano's not in here. It's like. It's a funeral dirge. Welcome back to the 1950s. Should it be a doo-wop song? You don't have any fundamental rights, bitch. Have my baby. Fuck you. Like what? Hi.
Hi guys. Hello.
Sorry. Sorry about that. I want to get off my pillow.
Hey guys. Welcome back to Possible Outcomes. Shoot.
Where the possibilities are endless.
Where the possibilities are endless. We are your hosts. My name is Lily.
And I am Nick.
And we are two mixed girls living in a black and white world.
Yeah, we are.
Very black and white today.
Mostly white. Mostly white.
And we're gonna, all the things. We're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of life as we know it. And with the joy of two people who refuse to be told how to live, which is so ironic today. But yeah, so let's get chatting. Okay. I don't know when you're going to be seeing this. I don't know if it'll be a few days after SCOTUS has decided their big decision, or if it'll be like a week or two after. It all depends. We might even pop back in and do like an update on our own thoughts and opinions. Maybe
Amen.
like a text message or something, something that will kind of maybe give an update. But today is June 25th. And yesterday, June 24th, like when we're filming this, is June 25th. Yesterday, June 24th, SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States of America, I wanted to say defunded women. They literally
they defunded women.
They defunded women. So abortion rights are no longer constitutionally protected. Leaving abortions and the right to receive a safe abortion procedure at a reputable medical facility is now up to states' legislation. Meaning the states can decide if it's legal or illegal. Very kind of basis. If it's going to happen in that state or if it's not going to happen in that state. And the states that have decided that it's not going to happen in that states have very quickly, like little bunny rabbits, who like to get at it a lot. And it's funny because bunnies have a lot of babies, right? Already put their SNAP laws or whatever they're calling them into place. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting discussion. Apologies in advance if tears occur in my eyes or if I take a long breathing break or something like that. I'm feeling a lot of emotions and a lot of just things and thoughts and opinions and because this is kind of our comfortable place, like we're trying to develop a comfortable place where we can talk about all the things. This is one of the things that we need to talk about. And so yeah, sometimes the accumulation of emotions, thoughts, and opinions just kind of come out in tears. And that's who I am. Not everyone cries, not everyone screams. Trust me, I did all of the above yesterday. So I just wanted to kind of share my initial thoughts and opinions when I heard the news, and get mixed thoughts and opinions when she heard the news as well. Yesterday was already kind of a weird day. It started off weird. Like, it just felt like a weird day in general. But I was at work and my phone just started going. My phone just started going off. The news alert after news alert, you know, people were texting me and calling me, and I was like, what is going on? And I'm at work. I can hear it going. I can hear it going, but I couldn't check it because I'm at work. And I finally have a moment to glance at my phone. And the news of the majority of the Supreme Court of the United States overturning Roe v. Wade, which was the constitutional protection of a safe abortion, was there, and it was everywhere. It was a moment in history, kind of like, you know, where you were when 9/11 and Michael Jackson died. And I will never forget where I was when I found out the news. And I initially saw on Twitter, I don't know why I went to Twitter, literally the worst decision I've ever made.
Oh, no.
I initially saw on Twitter a lot of people saying, guys, it's not like you can't still get an abortion. I don't know why you want to get an abortion anyway. And that was the reason why I knew I made a wrong decision. Because it's not about getting an abortion or not. It's about our government, the people that we vote in, the people that we put in positions to not only protect us, but to be our mouthpiece when it comes to issues and our rights and our freedoms. Those people decided in the same breath that concealed carrying a firearm is constitutionally protected for every American citizen, the women are not. The rights for a gun has a longer list of check marks than the rights of a woman, of a childbearing human. Over 50% of the population. And that's disappointing. It was very hard for me to kind of leave my work day. It was Friday. You know, Friday is like the best day because it's Friday. I get out kind of early on Fridays, which makes it even better. So I love Friday so much because I'm like, all I need is coffee and a snack to go to work. I get out early. Suck it. But now it's tainted a bit. This past one, I will continue to live. But I felt so like dirty. And I felt like I was not only being watched, like I felt like eyes on me. Not like there was someone stalking me, but I felt this kind of cloud of eyeballs following me and like waiting for me to react. Because I have to go home. Like I have to get in my car and I have to go home. I was going to go do my errands, go do my laundry, get things done, like my normal Friday. But I had to go home because I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to, accidentally rear end somebody. If I was going to, just start crying and miss a red light. I didn't know if I was gonna, just explode. Like I could have in that moment just combusted. Because it's not about me. And it's not about the elderly humans who are sitting in those chairs making decisions about over half the population of the United States of America. Mm-hmm. It's about our next generation literally being born today with less protected rights than we were born into. Yeah. It's about what comes next. It's about them making promises that they didn't just not uphold. They, in the very quickest moment they could, said, JK, fuck you. This isn't about, oh no, if I'm in this state, I can't get an abortion. This is, oh no, I'm in this state and now I'm going to die. Because I'm marginalized. Because I already don't make enough money to be respected as a human. Because I already can't afford the 3 kids that I have. Because I already grew up in a life of incest and I don't want this child to as well, but now I have to. Oh no, I can't take a week off of work and travel 4 states away and hope that they have the ability to take me in. This is oh no. This is ectopic. Mm-hmm. Like, oh no, this is a miscarriage that has decided to not leave my body. Yeah. It's oh no, this was decided by every person who has grown up hating me for a single thing that I cannot control. Mm. This is, oh no, another decision because of who I am. This is, oh no, another decision that only impacts the people that they want to be able to control to the point of non-existence. This is, oh no, I'm now a felon? I talk to a lot of people about this. And, now that it's in the state's control, the states have the ability to apply a punishment. Mm. And the states that in a snap of a finger said, no, you can't do it here, are the same states that are going to say, and if you do and you survive, we're going to pursue you. And what? Make you a felon. What can you do? What can you not do when you're a felon?
Can't vote.
You can't vote. So I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm really sad about it. And I don't really know how to not be sad. Because it's just so sad. And like, we saw it coming. But it's still shocked. Like, I'm still shocked. It's shocking. Because I never thought that I would see the day that I would lose a constitutional right. Mm. A constitutionally protective right to make my own decision. I never thought we have seen so many crazy things. But I never thought that would happen. And how fast it would happen. And how fast people would show their true colors. Mm-hmm. But it happened. And so now, like, what do we do now? What do we do now? And I say it and I do it and I hear it and I see it. We have to vote. But it's not enough.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's not enough. Because the people that you voted for to uphold this, who you said, okay, well, at least they agree on that, are the ones that turned their backs on you. Mm. I have no trust. I have no forgiveness for any member of government. I have not an ounce of trust in any member, any position of any kind of government. Zero. Because when this letter came out, or the leak of it, where was the fight then? Where was the fight to say, hey, so we saw that leak. Let's have a conversation and let's actually talk about it. Because we're not talking about, oh no, you can't carry a gun with you. Mm. It's, oh no, is this about women and them dying or not dying when it comes down to it? This is about men who will never, don't know ever about a baby inside of you. There are men in the world, grown-ass men, who think a child grows in your stomach.
said it once, I'll say it again. Men are so stupid.
There's men that don't know that there's 2 holes. Okay? So
what?
You're telling but they're going to be responsible for if I'm able to get a procedure that will save my life or not.
Wait. There's 2 holes.
There's 2 holes. I know. It's so wild.
Wait, just
right. So the way it's shaped, just a
little like.
So that was me. That was me all day yesterday. And I have anger. I have anger. I am angry. I am a woman of childbearing age. If I wanted to have a child, I mean, I am getting older. If I wanted to have a child, I would probably be closer to the end of, this could be dangerous. And I could possibly need a procedure.
Mm.
Now, I am grateful and thankful that I live in New York State. I live in a state that has made it clear that this is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
That we care about the woman and their choice and their decision and the support. But there's 26 other states that don't give a flying fuck about you.
Yeah.
And they don't care if you can't afford to leave. They don't care if you can't afford another child. Mm. They don't care about you. They don't care. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Every person in those states, in any level of government, your fucking HOA, they don't care.
HOAs are trash, by the way.
Total trash. Don't do it.
If
you're moving into a house and they're like, HOA, fuck off. Fuck off. Don't do it. They don't care. Because if they did care, they wouldn't immediately make it illegal.
Yep.
Okay? So that's where I am. That's where I am emotionally. I am better than I was yesterday. I talked to my sister, I talked to my mom. I'm better, but I'm still furious that this was even a problem.
Right.
And I wanted to try to cover all the arguments, well, just put the child up for adoption. Okay, if you're still alive.
Do you know how many children are in the foster care system right now?
500,000.
For fuck's sake.
500,000 children are adoptable today. And what does the same government that just said abortion is not a constitutional right does? They make it virtually impossible to adopt an American child. The man I've been with for 9 years, we are, civilly married or whatever? We're not actually married, but we've lived in the same place for 9 years. We wouldn't be able to adopt a child because we're not married. But we've been together for 9 years. 9 years. Stable income, stable humans, can't adopt a child. I don't want to adopt a child because I don't want any children, but it's not been I'm more firm about not having children than I am about adopting a child. I wouldn't hate adopting a child. A teenager, give them the ability to.
You'd be such a great teen mom.
Oh my God. But
not as a teen, but having a teen.
Like a teen parent.
Like a teen parent.
I can't. I can't. But I'm more firm about I don't want to give birth to a child than I am adopting a child. Now, financially, am I like at the point where we're capable of taking in a child? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not to a point where I'm comfortable with. So blow this podcast up so then maybe I can adopt.
Please and thank you. Like, subscribe.
But it's
share, comment.
And every person who would say, put them up for adoption, have you adopted a child? If you are giving that as an option, have you adopted a child?
Are you working with the foster care system? Are you a foster parent?
Which I think is a really good transition to my good friend Mick over here. She's on the other side of me.
Right.
What?
Back to you.
What are you feeling?
It's not about, you're absolutely right. It's not about babies. It's not. Because if it was about babies, we'd have universal motherfucking healthcare. We'd have access to birth control to make sure that there are no unwanted pregnancies to begin with. And I saw this really interesting TikTok last night with a friend of mine. And it was the woman who did the masterclass on racism. I don't know if you've ever seen her. She's that older woman. Love her. Can't remember her name to save my life right now. But she talked about this book called The Birth Dearth by Ben Wattenberg, where he goes into all this stuff, 3 fundamental things about abortion and birth control and all of that. And it was like, you could, how do we keep the population, up instead, because it's been declining since I don't know what he said, the 80s or something. And it was like, well, you could allow in more immigrants. And they were like, no, because immigrants are mostly people of color. We don't want that. Well, you could do this other thing that I can't remember. And they're like, no, because that would give women autonomy over their bodies. And we don't like that. Or you could reverse this monumental decision because primarily 60% of abortions are from white women. And there are not enough white babies. Plenty of black and brown babies because, they're keeping us in motherfucking poverty, but that's something for another fucking day.
Yeah, that's a different episode.
That's a whole different episode. But.
Sorry.
Me. I was ready to dance. If we stop that, maybe we'll have more white babies and maybe the white people won't be a dying race, which we can only pray for that to be a thing.
Bye-bye.
Leave, get out. In the words of JoJo, get out right now. We do not have the rights to that song. So I thought that was really interesting. And I will be getting the book, The Birth Dearth, and fucking reading up on that shit. But I mean, y'all, if you're watching this, someone you know has had an abortion. Someone you know and someone you love. So why don't you shut your fucking face, especially if you're a man. Just shut the fuck up, because you know whose business it is if somebody has an abortion. Not yours. And I do think it's really interesting that we have a formula shortage. And then this happens.
Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting. I think did the leak come before the formula shortage?
I didn't even see the leak.
So there was a leak because people were talking about it a couple months ago. I think the leak came out, formula shortage. They started talking about it again. Formula came back. Storm hit for some reason, and now a factory can't work. We have a storm, and now the factory that makes formula was out for a week or something like that. So it's gonna push out all the formula back again. And now this.
Sure. Also, there was a tampon shortage. Did you hear that?
No. I might have heard something about it, but I don't have a clear reference.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I heard somebody posted that that was this was overturned, formula shortage, tampon shortage. I was like, what is going on?
It's wild
in these motherfucking streets. But you know somebody who's had an abortion. You know somebody. I know several somebodies.
Yeah.
And I personally know, not myself, but I personally know someone who had to have a D&C because their body would not just miscarry by itself. And she almost died because whatever they were trying to go in and snippy snappy, there was a vein running across her body that they could have cut and they could have killed her.
Yeah. That's a very,
fuck you.
Really, it's common. And so my biggest thing is this means death for a lot of women. And as a man, if you are a man and I'm talking to you right now, you may not fully understand because you may not fully, you may support us 100%. You might be on the picket line with us. But if you're not, and you don't support us in wanting full autonomy of our own bodies,
healthcare,
you don't understand that if there is no the body that needs the autonomy, there is no baby. A baby inside a woman who is dead is also dead.
No way.
I know, it's wild.
I'm very sorry. Rarely. Help me understand the science.
Very, very, very rarely could a baby inside
of you're dead.
Right.
Then the baby in your uterus and not stomach, boys. I don't follow me here.
Right. It's not floating around in your bile or anything.
Is also not alive.
Right. It's wild. It's some people don't understand that. And there's sometimes the opportunity if a woman is, say, already in a hospital and it's either her or the baby, sometimes, not a lot of times, very little times, are they able to say, well, we could take baby out, you be okay, maybe baby okay, but baby little, not really baby, so not really okay. Also, $200,000.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I think also wild. The other thing that people don't understand is that I know one who is able to bear a child that finds themselves pregnant and maybe doesn't want that child. That's not a decision anybody wants to make. It's not a decision anybody wants to make. And that's it.
Because I think the word abortion, it takes it off of the woman and just says, in your brain you just see, like, I don't know, maybe like a cartoon vacuum, like vacuuming out a baby, and like and in people's brains they see like a full form toddler or something.
Right.
But just the physicality of becoming pregnant takes a toll on a woman and could be the moment of death for a woman, you know, like some women, just the nature of becoming pregnant and then the hormones shifting and things happening inside the body. I'm not a doctor, but I am a woman. I've had this body for 31 years, almost 32. No way. And so it's that in itself could be enough to, you know, maybe there's an aneurysm, maybe there's a heart thing, you know, maybe if it's not taken care of, it could, you know, cause this or that or this or that, the veins, this, all of the things.
Then just don't have sex.
It's okay? A toll on a already formed human, has a job, may already have kids, maybe is a wife, maybe is a husband, maybe has a car payment due, you know, has a mortgage or rent or, you know, bills due. That human is already here. Humaning. And they need to get an abortion so that they don't die and leave their entire family. And that's a toll. The toll.
It literally takes years off your life.
And it is so. Look, I hit a chipmunk the other day and I cried for like an hour. You know, didn't want to, tried not to, but to know that you have the possibility of life. Fuck.
Love you.
It's not Christmas morning, you know?
No.
It's scary. You're alone, probably. You probably feel like you can't tell anyone, or the people who you really want to tell. It costs money that you may or may not have.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel good. It's not a good feeling. You're not going to get a massage and you end up no longer pregnant. Not everyone does it the same.
Mm-hmm.
The people who do it for you may care, may not. But you have to take the last ounces of trust that you have. And muster up as much hope as possible that it's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now the country has announced that they don't care if it's going to be okay or not. It's not their job to care.
Yeah.
It's their job to line their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we're in a bear market is because of government officials mass selling their stocks.
Mm. That's none of my business.
In one hand, and in the other hand, they're telling women to get fucked. So.
Literally. You say it?
Did you want to share any opinions on the adoption aspect of life?
Yeah, I think adoption is great. And I have a friend who is an adoptee. She was an adoptee from birth, and her story is not great. She was adopted by an abusive parent. She never got to know her birth family. That was all kept from her. And I mean, if from birth adoption gets me riled up. I understand it. And I mean, one of my own siblings was adopted from birth. And she has had a very difficult go of her life. The older she gets, the more she is having to face and reckon with the fact that her parents didn't keep her. She knows who they are. They live the next town over. They kept her sibling, but they did not keep her. So while adoption is great, from birth adoption, I will disagree and will fight. At me in the comments if you want. And if you are not an adoptee, you don't get to at me. So, and I mean, if we can adopt the children that already need homes, can we do that instead of forcing women to have babies that they can't afford, they don't want, and then trying to adopt them, or changing the mother changing her mind, the childbearing person changing their mind and wanting to keep their child, and then the potential adoptive parents being completely crushed and coercing. I mean, like there's a real fucking rabbit hole for this. Long story short, adoption of people that can decide to be adopted, I think is great. Adoption from birth, which is what is going to be happening more, I'm assuming. Not great. Not great.
And I was talking to my mom, and you can force women to give birth and carry a child, give birth. Goes the opposite way. Carry a child and give birth. Sure.
Yeah.
You can force that all you want, but you can't force someone to love that child.
Yeah. It's literally.
You can't force love. And that's the most important thing in raising a child is love. It's not, I mean, money's like up there as well to, for food and stuff, but like top of the list is love. Yeah. If you got the money and you're able to put food on the table and, shoes on their feet, even though they grow out of them every 3 months.
Why are you putting shoes on the feet of humans that can't walk? That's my question.
Right? And like
I love that.
Designer brands.
Tiny little like Coach shoes.
I mean, they're cute. Like, I get it.
Walk. You can't even walk.
They can't walk.
You're really bad at humaning. You can't even walk.
You can't even walk. Why does it take kids so long to grow up? Like kitten for like a month.
Hurry up and grow.
Humans, 18 years?
And they're not even grown then.
They're not even grown then. But
95. Not even grown then.
You can't force the love, and that's the scariest part, is that we already live in a society that is very clear that love is not automatic, which is funny because it's love thy neighbor, like a Bible thing, and all these Bible thumpers are like trying to, no offense to people who are like religious and cool, but these like extremists, same people who like fight against Sharia law are like hanging out in the same zone, right? Like, fuck Sharia law, but mind you, I'm not saying that, but like fuck Sharia law, but at the same time, I kind of like where they're going with it, type of thing, type of vibe I'm getting from the government. But it's just a lot, and you guys can see how
much of a lot it is.
Mick and I kind of express ourselves differently.
I'm just ready to fight. I'm just ready to fight everyone. I
could do some damage if need be, but I will have tears in my eyes while doing it.
Delete, block, unfollow. Yeah. Also, I would just like to say, as a Jesus-loving person, that even God gave us the right to choose. Okay? My friend posted that, and I was like, he never forced himself on anyone.
No.
Never.
And I think it's in Judaism, if a woman is pregnant and their life is at risk due to the pregnancy, it is against the religion to not have an abortion. You are going against your religion if you are going to choose the baby over yourself. You need to choose yourself. That is part of Judaism. So, I think people, like, whatever happened to separation of church and state? Like, I really don't.
Isn't that the whole reason we are in America?
Like,
we came over and fucked it all up for the Native Americans?
I just don't understand.
Guys, someone make it make sense.
So much is still based on text that gets, obliterated and bastardized over and over again in different forms, this way and that way. And like, whatever happened to like just one, minding your own business, but also like caring about other people. Like we had a full 2-year exam on caring about other people with COVID. Like 2-year exam. Like we Lily, 2-year long
the
exam.
People that are all about this are the ones who failed that exam. Okay, they fucking failed.
It's not.
All right,
hard.
I want to tell you something, but you got to cut it from the record.
Okay, so are we done?
Oh yeah, do you want to just close out?
Sure, because it's 11:15.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
that's fine. Yeah.
So that's where we are. We might pop in, put some pictures of something in here or something, but that's where we are. We've kind of said everything that we needed to say, we wanted to say, and thank you for listening and being here. Thanks for having this conversation with me, Mick.
Love you so much, Mama.
Love you too.
Bye guys.